Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I recently took a trip to the North Idaho and Spokane region. I flew from San Diego to Spokane. I rented a car on Toro in Spokane. I car camped out of the back of my car and brought a tent to do some tent camping. Right before our departing flight out of San Diego to Spokane, we got notified there was fires right outside of the airport in Spokane in the Medical Lake area. Our flight and trip was in jeopardy, but luckily right before our departure, the winds changed and they allowed our flight to continue. Throughout our trip, we had varying degrees of air quality, and I'll be showing you guys what the region looked like and the air qualities on different days. As we were about to land in Spokane, we got some footage of the Medical Lake fires, so you guys can see here what it looked like as we were landing. Alright, we're at the airport. Our flight's been delayed a couple hours. There's some fires near the Spokane airport and some forest fires in the area. Hoping to still make the flight. It might be a little bit of a smoky trip, we'll see. We've contacted some friends that live in the area and we can always stay at their house. Although we were planning on doing some dispersed camping in the national forest. We'll keep you updated. Hopefully we get on this flight. It looks like they're starting to board now, but the flight is in jeopardy of getting canceled. We made it to our camping spot for the night. I want to give you guys a little tour. We had a very interesting night. Jordie over here, no sleeping pad needed. Ultimate comfort. Got a little bit of a short bed action going here. See me though? Maximum comfort. Sleeping pad, sleeping bag. Looking real nice. I'm gonna have to go in the fetal position though to make sure Jordie can fit. So there was a fire that delayed our flight. We made it luckily. We got here, we found our car, so we ended up looking up a new camp spot in the town, near the town of Newport, which is where we're at now. We drove through the campsite loop and all the spots were taken. So now we're in the day use camping area, almost 2 in the morning. We're just gonna crash here for the night.
1:43
It's 1:43 a.m. Made it into Washington. Trip almost got canceled from the fire, so we made it here. We're happy enough. A little hungry, a little tired, but we'll make do. Catch you up tomorrow. Day 1 of the road trip. Our original plan was to explore eastern Washington. We contemplated changing plans due to the smoke and the air quality in the area, but due to the poor air quality everywhere, we ended up just staying with our intended route of heading north into eastern Washington on Interstate 20. From Interstate 20, we cut over to the 395 over to the town of Chewelah.
Hey!
As we left the Pioneer Park campground in Colville National Forest, you can see the haze from the smoke from the fires from last night. The air quality in this area was about 250. We would have gone to an area with better air quality, but everywhere in the area was around 250 or more. We decided to pull over and soak in some local Washington culture. Next morning, Saturday morning, we're leaving Newport. We just stopped by the farmer's market and we're heading up north on Highway 20 towards Colville for our next adventure. Hopefully stop and find a little food. The visibility is tough right now, but we made it here and we're going, so make the best of it. After a pit stop in Chewelah for a little breakfast, we continued north into Colville. After our breakfast in Chewelah, we headed north towards Colville. In Colville, it was actually probably one of the bigger towns we've seen besides Spokane. Definitely bigger than Chewelah. And then we stopped in town there, went to the farmer's market just briefly, went to a pawn shop, talked to them a little bit about the community out here. And now we're in Kettle Falls. We're about to do a small little hike near the lake. So I'll show you guys the lake when we get there shortly. We're gonna stop by the bathroom, fill up our water bottles, and then go do a little small hike around the lake. It is extremely smoky out here, but we're making the best of it. I guess it's better than not being able to make it at all because we would be stuck at the Hurricane Hillary in San Diego. So we're making the best of it. From Colville, we headed over to Kettle Falls. That's where we're at right now. We're at the Lake Roosevelt recreational area, I believe. After this, we're gonna do a little hike, check out the lake, and then we're gonna head over to Idaho from here. We were gonna go to Republic, Washington, but it's really smoky and I think that's where the fire is at. So I think we're gonna skip Republic this time, and we're already really out here in the country, and I don't think we need to get any more country, honestly. It's pretty nice out here.
It's gross in there.
After hiking the Kettle Falls Recreational Area Trail, we decided to head back to Lake Roosevelt, check out the lake a little bit, and then get back on the road. Back at home, my family has the same exact Lance camper, and we have a Ford F-350 truck to pull it on. So it was funny to see a Washington look-alike. Classic. Dang! In a very similar truck, the Ford F-350. Lake Roosevelt recreational area. It's a bit hazy. Can't see the mountains and through the camera, I'm sure, but still very pretty. Yeah, I was gonna say, it looks like it runs in Oregon. We're going down to Newport into Idaho near Sandpoint, and Jordie gets a notification on her phone about an emergency evacuation in Old Town, which is right across from Newport on the Idaho side, because of a fire. So hopefully we can make it, because we've gone pretty far in some very remote country, and I don't think there's any point of turning back, and there's not a lot of service, so we're gonna press on. Hopefully we get there. Looks like the fire truck right here is loading up, getting ready to head out too. So we're surrounded right now with fires, but make the best of it. On our drive over to Idaho, we saw a fair off the freeway, so we decided to stop, and it turns out to be the Pend Oreille County Fair, so we decided to stop and check it out.
Down 285, down 295, that escalated quickly, 295, leveling down to 295, and I sold it to the top service team of professionals right there. Thank you, buyer number 6. You betcha. Your grand champion market lane. 675 and die, 675 and die. Last and final count going to be 675 and die. Sold it for $6.50 a pound. Sold it for $6.50 a pound.
This is Cornish Crossers.
Is it?
They're not too bad though.
And they're 4.5 pounds. There's some turkeys. Some turkeys.
And they're not as bald as yours either.
Yeah, because they're older, I think. How old are these ones? They're from the end of May.
Whoa.
So they're a lot older. This turkey looks similar to the one we have. Yeah, this is the one we have. This is the broad-breasted.
Yeah, it's the same one. It looks really similar too.
I think they're supposed to be small.
They're like birds, like regular birds. You get to roost them.
I think so.
$5 bid, $5 bid, here $75 in, I did you again, 475, 5 now, 525, 525, here $5.
We had a great time at the Oreille County Fair. After this, we drove over to Sandpoint in North Idaho. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for part 2 of our Eastern Washington and North Idaho road trip.